Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. Before continuing, please review the legal disclaimer provided in the comment section of this video and make sure to see the video till the end to get a full understanding of how it all works. On this channel, we share practical guidance on visa processes, immigration pathways, investment and citizenship options, and related topics to help you make informed decisions. If you are unsure about your visa options or planning your next step, consider subscribing and enabling notifications so you stay updated with the latest developments. Imagine this. You finally decide to visit the Dominican Republic, Punta Cana, Santo Domingo, Bavaro Beach, Puerto Plata, Samana Bay, white sand coastline stretching endlessly, turquoise waters, all-inclusive resorts, island adventures, music, culture, energy, one of the most visited tropical destinations in the Caribbean. You picture yourself stepping out of the airport into warm ocean air, a vacation that feels effortless. Then suddenly, visa confusion, denied boarding, or even worse, problems at immigration. And here is the truth. Most travelers only discover too late. Most Dominican Republic tourist visa and entry problems are not caused by difficulty. They are caused by misunderstanding how the system actually works. And in this complete masterclass, you are going to learn everything. Not from the perspective of any one country, not from the perspective of any one nationality, but from a global, clear, structured understanding based on the latest immigration rules and travel procedures. In this video, you will understand who needs a visa and who does not, how entry actually works for tourists, what documents matter most, how financial proof is evaluated, how accommodation and travel plans are checked, how immigration decisions are made at the airport, the biggest refusal mistakes, and what creates a smooth, stress-free entry experience. Stay until the end because there is one critical misunderstanding about onward travel, entry permission, and stay duration that causes thousands of issues every year. Let's begin. First, you need to understand something very important. The Dominican Republic is one of the most tourism-driven countries in the Caribbean. Millions of travelers arrive every year for beach holidays, luxury resorts, cruise tourism, adventure travel, family vacations, romantic getaways, and long-stay leisure travel. Because tourism is so important to the country, entry is designed to be relatively accessible for most visitors. But accessible does not mean automatic. There are still rules, there are still checks, and there are still decisions made at the border. Now let's answer the most important question first. Who needs a tourist visa for the Dominican Republic? In many cases, travelers from a large number of countries do not need to apply for a visa in advance for short tourist stays. However, requirements depend on nationality. Some travelers only need a passport and basic entry compliance. Some may need to purchase or pay an entry fee mechanism that is often included in travel arrangements, and others may require a formal visa depending on their passport strength and immigration agreements. There is also an important rule many people do not realize. Even when a visa is not required, entry permission is still controlled at arrival. That means immigration officers still decide your final entry status. Now here's something very important. The standard tourist stay is usually limited to a short period, commonly around 30 days. In some situations, extensions may be possible once inside the country depending on official approval. But here is the key insight. The length of stay is not just a number, it is a controlled permission, and it can be influenced by your purpose, documentation, and travel intent. Now let's move into the most important part of the entire process: how the Dominican Republic evaluates travelers. Immigration officers are not trying to make your life difficult. They are trying to confirm four things: who you are, why you are visiting, whether you can support yourself, and whether you will leave on time. If all four are clear, entry is smooth. If even one is unclear, questions begin. Now let's break down the entry process in a structured way. First comes your passport. Your passport must be valid and in good condition. A damaged passport, unclear information, or insufficient validity can immediately create complications. Many travelers underestimate this step, but this is one of the most common entry issues globally. Next is your travel intent. This is where your entire trip needs to make sense. You're expected to have a clear reason for visiting: tourism, vacation, family visit, leisure travel. Your explanation must align with your documents. Now let's talk about one of the most important parts: your travel plan. Your itinerary does not need to be complex. It needs to be realistic. Simple travel plans are often stronger than overly complicated ones because immigration officers are trained to identify unrealistic travel patterns. For example, trying to visit too many distant locations in too short a time can raise questions. Now let's talk about accommodation. Hotels, resorts, apartments, family stays. Whatever your arrangement is, it should be consistent with your travel plan. And here is a critical point: false bookings or fabricated accommodation details can create serious issues. Many immigration systems now verify reservations more frequently than people realize. Now let's move to one of the most important sections: financial proof. This is where many travelers misunderstand the system. Immigration officers are not only checking whether you have money, they are checking whether your financial situation is stable and believable. Sudden large deposits, unexplained funds, inconsistent banking activity. These can raise questions. What creates trust is consistency, regular income, stable savings, clear financial patterns. A realistic financial profile is far stronger than a suddenly inflated account. Now let's talk about employment. If you are employed, your job stability becomes important. If you are self-employed, your business activity becomes important. If you are a student, your enrollment status matters. If you are retired, your financial stability matters. The core idea is simple: you need to show that you have a life to return to. Now let's talk about one of the most overlooked factors: onward travel. This is extremely important. You are generally expected to show that you will leave the country after your visit. This can be a return ticket or onward travel arrangement. Without it, airlines may even stop you from boarding in the first place. Now here is something many people misunderstand. Entry approval is not guaranteed even if you meet basic requirements. Final approval is always made at the border. That means immigration officers have the final decision. Now let's talk about airport experience. When you arrive, you may be asked questions such as your purpose of visit, where you will stay, how long you will remain, your financial situation, your return plan, and your travel history. Most genuine travelers experience no issues, but clarity matters, confidence matters, consistency matters. Now let's discuss the biggest reasons travelers face problems. First is unclear or inconsistent information. When your documents do not match your explanation, suspicion increases. Second is weak financial credibility. If your finances do not support your travel plan, questions arise. Third is lack of return intent. If officers feel you may not leave on time, approval becomes difficult. Fourth is documentation issues. Incorrect or misleading information creates serious problems. Fifth is unrealistic travel planning. Overpacked itineraries or unclear movement patterns can raise red flags. Now, here is an important insight. Immigration systems are becoming more data-driven. This means travel history, previous compliance, and consistency matter more than ever. If you have a strong travel record, it helps. If you are a first-time traveler, it is still fine. What matters most is credibility. Now let's talk about a major mistake people make: copying visa applications or travel plans from others. Immigration officers see patterns like this every day. Your application must reflect your real situation, not a template, not an imitation, but your actual circumstances. Now let's discuss overstaying. This is extremely important. Overstaying your allowed time can lead to fines, penalties, or future travel restrictions. Even small violations can affect future travel plans internationally. So respecting duration is essential. Now let's bring everything together. A successful Dominican Republic tourist entry is not about complexity. It is about clarity, clear identity, clear purpose, clear finances, clear travel plan, clear return intention. That combination creates a smooth experience. And finally, here's the biggest truth. Most successful travelers are not doing anything extraordinary. They are simply organized, consistent, and honest in their preparation. Because one honest and well-prepared application is far more powerful than a thick folder full of random paperwork, and you have come to the right place to get all your visa applications sorted in a hassle-free and professional manner. We can help you to get the entire process done correctly and make your dream trip to any destination in the world easier than you think. Make sure to get in touch with us on our WhatsApp mobile numbers, no matter which part of the world you are in, and do subscribe, like, and share our channel to get many more interesting updates. Thank you for watching and have a safe journey. Get in touch with us now on +64 221 786 007 or +91 73786 00791.